Welcome back to the Knick-Knack Review. Today we're taking a look at the Eternal trailer that just came out. So let's get started. So this trailer really got me hyped for the movie. Finally. This is the trailer I have been waiting for. Now we know why the Eternals haven't interfered in all the major events that have happened in the MCU since it began. Now I can't recall in the comic books if it's accurate to this. However, I know the Eternals, they are called the Eternals and that therefore they live for a very long time. But I know they've been around a long time in the comic books, and on this one, they've been around for at least 7,000 years. The only reason they haven't interfered in all of these major events is because they only interfere when there's a deviant involved. Now, the deviants were basically the exact opposites of the Eternals when they were created. The Celestials created the Eternals. They basically said, Eternals, deviants, bam, good, bad. Now, in the comic books, Thanos is technically, he is a Titan because from the planet, but he's also a deviant Eternal hybrid, so he's got a direct connection to the Eternals. Now, in the movie, they've never stated, other than him being Titan, they never stated exactly what he is, so therefore, this kind of confirms that he's not a deviant, like in the comic books, so therefore, that's why the Eternals never interfered, because a lot of people, including myself, were wondering, well, where have they been? Why didn't they interfere? Now, we got a good look at Sersi, Ajax, Athena, Ikaris, Kingo, I think I'm saying that right, and even Sprite. Now I'm calling it now Phastos. I believe that's how you say it. I never really knew how to pronounce his name, Phastos. I believe he is going to steal the entire movie, in my opinion. Brian Tyree, and I believe I'm saying that right, is freaking hilarious, and he was one of my favorite characters in Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong versus Godzilla. And I thought he was a great addition to that movie, so I think he's going to be hilarious in this movie, and he's not a bad actor in general. One thing I wanted to mention was this cast, it has a lot of potential for really, really good, heartfelt performances. Throughout the MCU, Marvel has always picked really, really good actors, but they've never, in my opinion, have really, unless maybe some handpicked scenes, just not enough. They've never really delivered that performance other than maybe Endgame that really just kind of, that not necessarily Oscar-worthy performance, but that performance that really kind of captured you, that just got you, that's just like, oh wow, they really did that in the Marvel movie. Like with this movie, that has a lot of potential. With all these actors and all the capabilities and all the history, they are capable of delivering a really, truly epic performance. Now, Ajax does mention how Thanos' snap used enough energy to create the emergence. Something about they have 7 days until it begins. I'm not sure if that's actually part of the comic books or not, but it's definitely going to be a part of this movie. So that's going to be, I feel like it's going to be like a countdown movie to where, okay, like this particular event's going to begin, the emergence. So we have 7 days until it happens. We got to gather the team and put a stop to it. And obviously, the deviants are going to be a part of it. And speaking of deviants, we do get a good look at Crow, I would imagine the big baddie of the movie. I'm sure not the only one, but definitely one of the big ones. And we do get finally a really, really good look at a proper Celestial. And the reason I say a proper look is because not to be confused with what we got in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Ego. Ego was not a Celestial in the comic books, but he was made one in Guardians, and I think they did that just to kind of help explain, just to kind of, I don't know, kind of cheat a little bit and just say like, oh yeah, he's a Celestial. He's not just an organic living planet. I think it's easier for people to accept that he's a Celestial, even they don't really understand what that is, because it's never been explained, instead of an organic planet that just came to life. Because this Celestial looks exactly like, in fact, we saw two of them. This Celestial looks exactly like the comic book Celestials, whereas Ego looked exactly like Ego. I feel like this trailer has actually placed this film on the epic scale, in my opinion. Before, the teaser was just kind of for me. This trailer really did it, and it really, really made it shine. It has the Marvel visuals, the Marvel fighting, the Marvel comedic stuff, and just, it has everything that an epic movie needs to be epic. I have to say, if this movie flops in any way, shame on you, Marvel. It looks pretty darn beautiful. All in all, I'm really looking forward to this movie thanks to this trailer. I really don't need to see any more of this movie. I hope they don't show anything else, like within clips and everything. So Marvel, do your best and not spoil anything else. leave it as is. I think that's a perfect trailer to just continuously watch over and over, find Easter eggs, you're good. That about does it for me, guys. Let me know what you thought about the trailer in the comments below. Let me know what you think is going to happen, what characters we might see. I even heard talk about possibly Galactus in there or something, maybe a mention or two, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, while you're there, don't forget to... Oh, well, you know what to do. As always, I am Clint the Knickknack, and I will see you on the next one.